All right, Angel people, getting ready to watch Angel Season 3, Episode 13. Get ready to sync up with me. So, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Honestly, have you ever seen anything lovelier?
Okay, cool. All right. We'll worry about her in 4 episodes. Okay, we're doing the Fred thing again. Mm, just want the validation. Mm. Yeah, weird. My headphones just stopped working for a second. Mm. Okay, sure. What's the issue? Mm. Got tickets for something else. Okay, so like it could be cool if we ignore the fact that we're in a procedural like evil antagonist of the week every other episode, but like someone is observing from up top. Okay, like it could. The thing is that like it could be a cool performance, so like it's fine if Angel is just like we're gonna do this instead. But it's one of those things where like that Gun trusted you to get the tickets. You don't want to betray his trust like that. At the same time, I'm like, Gun, come on, it could be cool. But also, yeah, Andrew should have told him. He should have been like, I'm sorry, but I want to do this other thing instead. We're gonna go watch your favorite band some other time, but like I really, really, really wanted to watch this thing. And yeah, like you should make him pay for it. If that's not what we agreed upon. It also seems that we're continuing with the Fred stuff, both Wesley and Gunn. So we'll see where that goes. Didn't we take like $50,000 for this episode? Mm. Good to know. She was just like, I'm not gonna talk about that. I'm not gonna make any comments. I'm just gonna move on with my life. Oh, she means gone, but Cordelia means Wesley. This is gonna be weird. Yes, we will. Cut to it. There we go. Mm. I love the fact that the host is just living with us. He's just chilling out with us. We used to go visit him at the bar, but now he's just here. Corruption, fate. The thing is that we know that fate exists in the world of Buffy. Okay. We're really going for it this episode. Okay? All fancy like. He looks good. He looks better than Angel in that suit, honestly. Alright, let's see where this episode goes. I I don't know how I feel about the entire cast having this like weird love situation going on. Literally the entire cast. And one of them is a triangle, which is very awkward. Unless like those three get really cool with polyamory real quick. It's gonna be it's gonna be real annoying. And the gang gets all fancy like. Let's see what kind of fucked up shit happens tonight. There's no way this event is gonna be normal, so just watching from up top. I love how evil looking this guy is. He even has like red jewelry, you know? It has to signify that he's evil. He has an evil goatee and shit. She's in the middle of these two as well. Oh, is Gunn loving it? Hell yeah. He's into it. Hell yeah. Wash away that toxic masculinity, my guy. There's nothing wrong with wearing those tights and just spinning around, swinging your legs and shit. Angel does not seem thrilled. Gunn is like, hell yeah. And that's weird. Okay, that's what it was. Yes. Said these are all vampires or something. Gunn is having mixed feelings. He's like, damn, those guys were cool as shit, but you know, he's admiring them. He's like, damn. I mean, he would explain that they're all. Uh, I do like Gunn. I do like this character a lot. Right now, mm. Okay, the show's starting. We split the party. You can't do a bribe and also make it cheap, you know? You have to do a nice bribe. Has you're already committing to the bribe and to being upfront about the bribe. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. If we're doing time shit, I'm in for it. Because like I don't know why I was thinking about time shit. Yeah, they can go back. I was thinking about time shit like before. Like you're trapped in eternity watching the show or something. You become part of the show takes you. Maybe the artists are trapped here. They are not allowed to stop ever. Because this one goatee man just wants to keep. Oh, damn, that's a weeping angel. The one goatee evil man just wants to keep watching it over and over forever. That would be cool. That would like slightly nudge this episode from supernatural to sci-fi, which is more my area. I would love that. You were here before? Okay. Okay. Something is affecting y'all. Yeah. Something's going on here. Now it went to him. You're all acting out something. You're acting out some weird play. That's interesting. This episode is really going for it, man. It's like three or four like sexual things already. Usually we don't have this many. Usually we don't have many. These performers don't look happy, particularly her. But I don't know if that is part of the play or just something I'm supposed to read into. Burned. They go back to it immediately. 5. Okay, they're outside. Are we good? Don't go back inside. Okay. Okay, it's still with you. He's covering his boner. I don't know if to count out as a 6th one or just an extension of 5. Oh, someone's coming in here. Oh shit. Like this might have gone from an episode that like maybe just kind of doesn't matter to an episode that maybe really matters. Okay. I don't know why I get that feeling. I get that sense. But I always get that sense and it's always wrong, so. Okay. This is where she would wait for him. Okay. Are we you have to go back in. Okay, so we're trying to do murder mystery now. Yeah, what if the scene is you murder her, you know? Hmm. It's the opposite. It actually makes him happy. I feel bad for Fred. Just let this poor woman be in peace. She figured something out. Okay. She just realized. Okay. God is so in it. Or you're reacting it. Nope. Maybe it just only works when the camera is looking. Okay. That's bad. Oh god. They want this to happen. Okay, actually no, that's more fascinating. Mysterious shadow people that are seemingly laughing but also crying. Okay, never mind. That's interesting. Y'all know that if Angel gets too happy, it's a bad thing for everybody, right? It's the fun. Okay. And everybody just walks into this like, what? Or maybe it's you're all trapped in a different place. It's the same. Okay, interesting close-ups. Yeah, this shadowy laugh. Oh, that's okay. This is like the spirits of drama. You know, that's the, oh god. Oh, that looked really bad. That's a really bad stab. Okay, run. Okay. So what are the emotions that y'all are displaying? Because one of them is laughing, the other one is sad, but there were two more. Okay, is he good? Okay, he's good. You just made me worry for no reason. Take it seriously for her. To her, it was very much real. Mm. All right. Yep. What I would think. Yeah. What's that noise? Oh, you're not injured, are you? You're just defeated. Okay. What's going on? Still. What if what if they get possessed by the ghost now, and now because of the weird love drama of the trio, Wesley comes in and stabs Gunn or something. You know, extreme drama due to love. Or just I'm afraid that Wes is just gonna come in and stab someone because he gets possessed by the spirits or whatever. Wesley owns the company. Okay. 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 Is it you? Okay. So you just duplicate. But they're not gonna stop coming. Okay. Let's keep killing these guys then. Probably the evil red jewel. I'm afraid y'all are gonna kill each other accidentally. Mm. So the girl is forced to dance forever. That's why she's unhappy. When we destroy the power source, she'll be free. She'll probably just gonna vanish or something. Hi. That's hell, dude. That's really good. That entire scene was really good. I really like that. I really like that. And just stop having this like conversation with this one woman and just go and actually do something. Oh, you can. You're just gonna run through the stage. Okay. 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 She can do something different, and that's Angel's opening. I like that that gives her agency. Something's different. Defiance. And now he runs through. Yep. I knew it. You're free. We're all free. Yay. Everyone watching the performances list. It's just like then a guy vanished and then another guy just started jumping into the audience. And then she vowed and disappeared too. I mean, now I'm starting to feel bad for Wesley. Being trapped in the room with these fucking two during their lubber night while Wesley's just sitting here being miserable. I do somewhat relate to that. That's why I feel bad for him. Oh my god, that's who it was. I was wondering. Oh my god, he's back. All right, That makes sense. It just fades to black and it says, and then Wesley and Angel were found passed out at a bar at 4 in the morning. There we go. All right. All right, that's my Angel. Okay, so this episode we're going hard into this really the relationship drama that we have between our entire main cast at this point. And the thing is that I am not someone who necessarily likes it very much. And ideally I would rather not talk about it, but I suppose I have to. But okay, like what we saw previous episode with Wesley and Gon having a thing for Fred, even though Wesley's was there before and Gunn just kind of came out of nowhere, which I guess goes a little bit to what Fred said here at the end of this episode. Like, you never know how things are going to work out. And it's like, yeah, I guess you never can. But like, the thing is that I saw a previous episode, I was like, maybe it won't matter that much. And then it did in this episode. But I'm watching it happen in this episode and I'm like, kind of rolling my eyes a little bit because it's like, okay, I already know the way this is going to go. And it doesn't really matter which way it's going to go. Because the way it's going to go is both of these fucking losers are going to be really into Fred for some reason. I mean, I don't blame them. Fred's great. But they're going to be really into Fred. And then either Fred is just going to be like, I don't care. Or Fred is going to be really into one. And that we're just going to choose the one. And that is the inferior version to me. And then the other one is just gonna be fucking miserable. And then that is exactly what happened, right? It's just like, okay, Fred and Gon have a thing, okay? Feels a little out of nowhere, but sure. Wesley's miserable, okay. I was kind of waiting for that to be the case. And yeah, that's it. And I'm sitting here like, well, I would rather just not have that happen, really. And the same thing is going on with Angel and Cordelia. The entire episode, and even before that, Angel and Cordelia has been a relationship that has been kind of weirdly just coming in and being like, oh, is this something that's maybe gonna happen? Oh, that has been going on for long enough, and it there's enough little pieces of information that makes me go like, okay, I could see it. So I wouldn't hate it if the show went into exploring that relationship. But the fact that it's going really hard into it, and also the rest of the main cast is doing the same thing, but like worse and more complicated, I'm sitting here like, come on guys, we can do something about it. We can do something different. Because like I feel about this the same way I felt about like, I don't fucking know, Willow and Sander, like all those seasons ago, where it was just like, what are you guys doing? Like the difference is that back then it was cheating. And now it's not really cheating, but it's also one of those things where, like, every single one of you could have a more interesting, like, arc this season that wasn't just, like, suddenly I want to fuck my coworker, Like, and it's everyone in the main cast. If it was two people, I would be like, okay. If it was, but because it is everybody, I'm like, come on, guys. We could be doing anything else. And the reason why I don't like it personally is because I just don't particularly care much about these stories of like I'm starting to really have a crush on this, or my co-cast member, really. This person that I've been around for seasons, it's like, oh, suddenly I'm looking at them in a different light, and I'm starting to have this, like, it feels forced to me, and I'm not saying that it is, but that's just the way it feels to me, of like, we're a couple seasons down the line, and it's like, okay, how do we make it so there is still some kind of interest and relevance going on with these people, and it's like, okay, let's make them all just have relationship drama with each other. Yeah, that solves their problems. Like, that's how it feels like to me. I'm not saying that is the case. That is the way that it feels like to me, which is why I kind of don't like it. The other reason why I kind of don't like it is because I'm just really not that into relationships or shipping. I guess I could be interested in like what stories we can tell and utilizing love and affection as a way of doing that, because I really like those things. But when it's just like I have a crush on this person, and then either we go hell yeah we're together, or like, oh, I get my heart broken, it's just like I've seen that story like a million times already. I lived that story before. Like, it's just this thing of like, is this really what we're doing? It's just another one of these. Okay, honestly, the part that I like the least about these types of stories, it's that it's really being told from the perspective of the guy, and it's weirdly, how do I put this? It weirdly takes agency from the woman, in the sense that we have this love triangle between Wesley and Gunn and Fred, and I don't think Fred had any say in the matter, really. She had that one scene with Cordelia. Okay, she had that one scene where she was like talking vaguely about who it was, but that scene felt more like it was meant to make the audience feel like it was one and they were actually talking about the other, but maybe not. But that was the one scene. I like that. And then there was the scene where they get together with Gunn, where she expresses her genuine feelings and concerns, and Gunn has a moment of like, okay, I'm coming back down to reality, sorry for making jokes. I now realize that is actually something that you really cared about, because you really cared about me, and honestly, thank you for that. And then they fall in love with one another. Sure, I didn't dislike that by itself, but the thing is that it really feels, especially because we've been following this for like previous episode as well, it feels like you and your buddy are both just like looking at the same girl and going like, dude, she's so hot, oh. And then it's like, no, I'm gonna get with her. No, I'm gonna get with her. And it becomes a competition between these two dudes. And I'm like, stop talking about her like she's an object. You know, like that's how I feel. It's just like, what does Fred feel about this? It's not a thing of like, I get a crush on a girl and I fight with my coworker over who gets to get the girl, and then one of us gets the girl. It's like, no. What does she want? You know, let's talk about that. What is it exactly the thing that she wants? And all we got was one scene earlier in the episode of Fred being like, you know, he's kind of, I like how confident and he's cool, and it's this thing of like, that's it. That's all we get with her. I would like it if we could actually follow her feelings and thoughts developing, not just the one scene. That's how I feel. That's really why this doesn't necessarily land for me, and it's because it really feels like we're only following the dudes who are fighting over the girl, and the girl is not really a person. It's just like the girl, TM. And it's just like, come on, guys. The thing about Cordelia and Angel, I think it's better, but I think it actually gets dragged down because of what's going on with Wesley, Gunn, and Fred. That's how I feel. It's that like, if it was on its own, I'd be like, okay. But because it's not, it makes me feel worse about that development. And the fact that the Grusalog came back at the end makes me feel even worse about this development. Because now they're doing the same thing that they did with Wesley that I already don't like. And they're doing it to Angel and Cordelia also. And the thing is that I don't necessarily want them to get together. They could, and I'd be like, okay. They could, and I'll be like, okay. Like, I don't really have a horse in this race. But the fact that suddenly Fabio comes along, and it's just like, oh, the hot Fabio man is here. And now Angel feels bad because he took the girl from you. And it's like, again, that takes away from Cordelia a little bit as a character. Like, we don't actually get to explore her feelings too much. It's just like, oh no, there's the other guy, and now we have to experience Angel and Wesley feeling bad, feeling pain over the fact that they weren't chosen. And it's like, I'm not really interested in following our two of our main cast being like sad because the girl that they like didn't choose them. I'm not interested in following that. And like, okay, maybe that is too cynical of a take, because maybe in the future it's going to be really good. You know, like, I never know what's going to happen next episode. So maybe next episode could be really cool. Maybe we can have a lot of agency for Fred and Cordelia and stuff. And maybe we can follow them and how they feel and what they think. But right now, it really feels like the focus is on the guy who's getting his heart broken. And I'm sitting here like, I'm not really interested in being in the shoes of the guy who got his heart broken, you know? Because that is not something that is particularly interesting to me. I get that it's miserable, but that is not interesting to me. And it kind of weirdly, to me, at least to me, maybe not to everybody, but just to me personally, it feels like it takes away from the character of Fred and Cordelia. Mostly Fred. And that's a character I like. So like, it would be cool if I could like get more of her and not just everybody talking about her. You know? That's how I feel. That said, I didn't dislike the episode per se. And it's maybe exclusively because it was saved by one scene. And it's the scene with the ballet dancer. What was her name? I'm sorry, I forgot about her name. I'm terrible with names. But the ballet dancer. I love the scene where she's talking to Angel and she's looking at herself just like dance in the stage. She's just looking at the stage. She's not even looking at Angel, and Angel's talking to her. And I love it's just the wording of everything she said, really. Because she's talking to when she goes on this tangent of like, there's a moment during the first act when they do the dance of what is it, attraction, something like that. There is a moment where my foot slips. It slips, and there's a minor mistake, and I notice every time. And every time I feel it. And you know what? I bet that guy, Mr. Whatever, I bet that guy, he doesn't even realize that that's what I do. He doesn't really realize that I have that moment where my foot just slips. He doesn't realize that mistake. He was never even that big into ballet, honestly. Like, he doesn't actually care that much. But I notice every time I feel it. And the thing is that that was a moment that really gave me a deep insight and just a view of what it's like to be in this woman's shoes. And I really like that. And it was just not just that she feels it and the other guy doesn't even realize, but also just like she's pondering these things that she's probably thought about a million different times because she's trapped in hell. She's trapped in ballet hell. But she's talking about how it's not the same like dance, it's not the same ballet, it's the same performance. She says, I don't dance, I echo. And like that line is so fucking good. It's so good. It's like, it really pierced through the fact that it's like, it's not just that I'm here dancing. It's that I am trapped in a loop I am trapped in a slice of time that I can't escape from, that I don't have agency to exist outside of. I don't get to have any decisions or any choices. I just do the same thing over and over. All mistakes, all good things, it's all the same fucking thing. I don't get a say in that. I don't get to escape. It's just this. This is all my life is. It's just the same slice of time being looped over a million times. And I love that she even like ponders on the idea that like that guy, Mr. Khrushchev or whatever, Khrushchev, instead of Russian president, that guy, he doesn't even realize because it doesn't matter to him because she's an object to him. Like she's not real to him, and which is why later, like when Angel goes and destroys him, he's like, you don't have to write, she's my one true love. She danced for me. And it's like the fact that the entire episode is about this guy who will not be able, I guess maybe we can connect a little bit, but even then it feels bad. The episode is about this guy who perceives this one woman to be his one true love, but also he removes all agency and all say that she could possibly have. And it just traps her in a box, and there you go. That's what you are. You're just something for me to admire. You don't have to be a person. You just have to be something that I can put on a pedestal, and that's it. And that's bad. That's fucked up and toxic, Sure. And we can say that Wesley looks at that, and that's why he hit a hot zone or whatever, and he got to experience all of those emotions of like what it's like to be that guy. And now in the present, he can relive those emotions. He draws from it, and he's like, I'm not gonna do the thing that he did. I am gonna be able to let go. I'm gonna be able to move on from how I feel. I feel devastated over the fact that Fred didn't choose me, but I'm gonna be better than that guy. That guy sucks. That guy is evil, and he's doing something that's extremely fucked up to the woman that he allegedly loves. But that's not love. That's obsession. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna be able to take it gracefully and move on with my life. That's a good thing. It wasn't necessarily focused on too much, but I think it was there. It was definitely there. So I like that. But the reason why it feels weird to me is because, like I said earlier, it feels like, despite the episode being extremely about, don't just place the woman that you like in a box and just admire her from a distance. She's actually a person with agency and feelings and emotions, and like that matters. It feels like Fred isn't afforded to that in the narrative. In like what I'm watching as the audience, and I would like it if she did, I guess we have to say that like the agency that she's afforded is the fact that she gets to choose one over the other, but it doesn't come across as if she ever had a choice, because we never actually got to hear her pondering or thinking or feeling in any way. It's just like Wesley and Gunn competing, and then whoops, she chose one of them. Clap. There you go. And it's like, no. Why didn't we get to ponder her trying to decide who she has a crush on? It was them trying to figure out who she's gonna get together with. And it's like, she doesn't owe any of y'all shit. She could just choose none. You were lucky that she chose one, you know? But okay. Which is why this episode is weird in that way to me. Because I think I generally like what it's doing with its villain and with the ballet dancer. She was cool as shit. I love her. And that scene where she's talking about that moment where she slips, it's so good. Genuinely one of my favorite scenes that I've seen in this show. Just generally. It's crazy how that simple of a small scene is so good. But because it's such a nice painting of the state of mind that she's in, that she's thinking about, she repeats that over and over a million times, and then she's just telling that to Angel. It's just like, this is what it is. I love that so much. But whatever is going on with our main cast is the part where it's losing me. It's the part where I'm just like, guys, can we just not do that? It could be good. It could be good in the future. I don't want to be super negative about it. I want to clarify, and I want to keep clarifying this because, you know, I want to avoid misunderstandings. That if I don't like something, it's just that it's just like a me thing. Maybe it sounds like I'm being critical or something, and maybe I am. But if someone likes it, then it's like, cool. Like, I'm not going to say, hey, this is trash and nobody should love it. It's just like, this is not my thing. And maybe it's just me. And also, I want to keep an open mind moving forward. So, because maybe there will be a fun resolution to whatever's going on with the drama between the relationships of our entire main cast. But for me, it's personally losing me. If it was like two of them, I'll be cool. But because it's literally everybody plus the Gruselug, I'm like, can we like not? Can we like not do that? But okay. It's crazy because like the episode I think was cool in terms of like what the villain was, what the ballet dancer was, what the problem, the mystery, the solution was. It's all really cool. I like that she was the one that had the agency to go and break free of her bonds and stand up to him. She had that look of defiance that was really cool. I all of that was really cool. Conceptually, I think this episode slaps. But regarding our main cast's weird relationship like chart with one another, that's the part where it's losing me. And because that was such a big part of the episode, that is why I feel weird about this episode. Like, weirdly enough, I like the parts of this episode that didn't have anything to do with our main cast. You know, everything that was like Monster of the Week, that was great. Everything that was about our main cast, that is where I'm lost. So yeah, that's how I generally feel about this episode. I'm really curious about how y'all feel about this episode. People on Patreon, let me know how you feel. Please don't be mean to me. Don't yell at me. But like, generally, I want to know how other people feel. Because this is how I feel. But maybe I'm just alone in this. So yeah, I'm just curious, honestly. The Gruselog is back. So we'll see where that goes. I guess we just have a giant hunk of a man. I wasn't expecting to see this guy ever again, but you know, he has to be here in order to make Angel feel jealous, feel bad over being heartbroken, you know, because it just really feels like, you know, like we have to really explore the man pain or having the woman you love reject you. And I'm like, I'm not interested in that. Personally, I'm really not interested in that storyline. That's boring to me. that's but maybe that's just me. Okay, cool. Angel people, thank you for tuning in. See you guys next time. Bye bye. Take care.